Hey guys, just a real short one here. I've just been kind of obsessed with the feet and spine lately. Just some of the research I've been doing and whatnot. I want to clarify something really big time. As far as how you walk, how you run, how you kick, a lot of it matters on what part of the foot you're using. Now, if I can get my foot into frame, well, most of it. This spot here, right behind the ball of the foot, is where you want to put the pressure of your foot when you are actively standing, when you are ready for action, when you're in your fighting stance, and that's actually the part of the foot where you want to make contact when you are running. It is okay to roll heel to toe when you're walking. It's not necessarily optimal, and when I'm walking barefoot, I walk on the midfoot point as well. And when I say midfoot, I don't mean here. I literally mean forward midfoot, because I'm not actually hitting the pad of the ball of the foot. I'm rocking onto the pad of the ball of the foot, but I'm making contact at the back of it. And as my weight shifts, the weight goes forward until my toes grip and I can push off. Now, in Wing Chun, traditionally we have said you grip the floor with your toes. Sigang Kwok says bite the floor with the toes. You can also think of it in powerlifting terms of kind of screwing your feet in to turn external rotation into your legs and hips. External rotation and internal rotation are ideas that you should be familiar with. As your hips flex and bring your leg forward, your natural tendency, your most natural place is for external rotation. As your leg retracts behind you, you tend towards internal rotation. This is normal and natural based on the shape of the hip. This isn't to say that you can't keep your feet straight. You certainly can. But what we're saying is that external rotation is normal as your legs come forward. Internal rotation is normal as your legs go behind you. As example, external rotation, internal rotation. That's just the idea of it. Internal rotation means the toes go towards your center line. External rotation means the toes go away from your center line. These are important concepts that you need to understand. Your heels are for resting and kicking people. The ball of your foot is for kicking people and pushing off at the end of a gait. The forward midpoint, if you want to use Chinese acupuncture, terminology, the Yun Chin point, is for the initial contact and for stabilized pressure. When I'm standing in a normal stance, if I want to work my legs out without actually changing anything, all I have to do is plant my feet at the Yun Chin point, force external rotation without movement. That means don't actually externally rotate your feet and your knees, just use that rotational tension and squeeze the butt. Squeeze your butt, externally rotate your knees without moving, and plant your feet. You will get a massive isometric workout just by holding that in full tension for 30 seconds at a time, a few sets like that. But folks, we gotta fix our spines and our feet and our knees and our hips. These things carry us around. There's a reason why martial arts focuses so heavily on leg work. There is no leg day in martial arts. Every day is leg day. Some days we might be doing it with weights, some days we might be kicking, some days we might be running. You never know, but the fact is that every single day you should be doing something with your legs, because you know what? Well, your core, your literal spinal column, your spinal erectors, and that which keeps your torso and everything in line and strong is technically the most important, because that's where your engines are, your hips and your shoulders. Your legs are what move you around. Your legs are what give you mobility, and give your hips a purpose. So that being the case, your legs are just as important as your core, if not just a little bit more. So you gotta work them, you gotta work them, you gotta work them. Make time for them every day. If that means holding a horse stance for 10 minutes every day, if that means holding a horse stance for 1 minute every day, it's something. If that means doing a round of 50 squats, that's something. If it means going and loading up a barbell with 600 pounds, that's something. Do something with your legs, with your hip engine and your leg structure every single day, and make sure that you are focusing on putting the pressure on the right spot of the foot, right behind the ball of the heel, that forward midpoint, the yun chin point, however you want to refer to it. Once again, it is right here. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Good journey.